Hello, I'm Matthew. We are here in the gallery at Sketch, and I'm going to talk to you about afternoon tea. Afternoon tea reputedly started back in the early 1800s by the Duchess of Bedford. She got very hungry in the early afternoon and needed an excuse to see some of her friends, and afternoon tea served perfectly as that excuse. What started as just sandwiches and a slice of cake developed into a full ceremony, which is now enjoyed across hotels, restaurants, private houses, and all sorts of places in the British Isles. The Queen is quite well known to have a cup of tea and a jam sandwich about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. She occasionally has a slice of cake too. These are the do's and don'ts for afternoon tea. Personal favourite is milk in first is not important. Milk in first goes back a long time to when people had cheap porcelain and they put the milk in first to cool down the cup. But unless you're the Queen, no one uses porcelain these days, so it's quite unnecessary. Using a knife and fork to eat sandwiches is up to you, but I wouldn't recommend doing it. Our sandwiches are finger sandwiches, and it's quite okay to eat them without a knife and fork. Scones with jam and cream, it's totally up to you how you do it. Depends whether you're from Devon or from Cornwall. There's a big rivalry. Personally, I'm more of a cream on first person. Treat it like butter and then put the jam on top. In Devon, they do it like that, but then in Cornwall, they do it with the jam first and then the cream on top. We serve both cake and pastry at Sketch. If you do not know the difference between a cake and a patisserie, a cake you can eat with your fingers, and patisserie you can eat with a patisserie knife and fork. The pinky myth came from the traditional design of teacups, which were too small to fit all of your fingers through. People assume the correct way to drink a cup of tea is to have that little finger sticking out on the end. This doesn't make any difference to how your tea looks or tastes.
They all thought she was dead, but my father, he kept ladling gin down her throat.
Oh,